yo, I want to play some MW2 today and stuff like that.
Yeah, I actually think MW2's multiplayer is
kind
of overrated.
It's my favorite. Okay,
really like the maps are too big.
Really
the
great.
weapon balance
the
weapon balance isn't great.
What do you mean?
The
Quarry
noob
is
tube
really
is
great.
super.
Sure, the noob tube.
No, Quarry is trash.
Nico,
all the maps
listen
are
to me.
trash.
Nico,
I will not listen to you.
Nico,
Maps are trash. Game is trash.
Listen to me.
It's all trash. Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and as you could tell by the intro, we're going to be talking about the news. If you've seen the news, you probably know that it's kind of like what we just demonstrated. It always turns into a shouting war, and they're always like, listen to me. And then when everyone quiets down to listen, they just all start talking again.
They'll start saying something, and then they'll disagree, and then there you go, to launch it into it again. But still, yes, this is why the news, really sucks and stinks and stuff, and why it's not good for you. Mentally, it isn't good for you.
The news just decreases the intelligence of the average person in this country.
And so many people are like, oh, you need to stay up to date with the news. You gotta stay up to date with the news.
Yeah.
If you're not staying up to date with the news, then you're just being stupid because you're not learning about modern stuff that's happening.
If you think by watching the news you are staying up to date and being an educated voter, that's just wrong. The news is full of just lies and contradictions and nonsense and things that just don't have any evidence. Mm-hmm. If you want to actually find the truth, you have to do independent research.
Yeah, and so I think the news should be all right. The news should be, who, what, when, not why. So many companies talk about why, but I want to know. Like, for example, a tornado came by in this city and killed 3 people at 9 o'clock. I don't know why the tornado came in because Trump allows cow farts.
I guarantee you they're going to say that it's because like Trump decreases regulations on greenhouse gases, and therefore causing global warming, which is the cause of this tornado.
Exactly. So that's
like I don't care. I just want to know what happened.
Yeah, exactly. Like I want to know why this happened. Not why, sorry, but when this happened, how many people were injured or killed, what we're going to do and stuff like that. What's currently happening and not just why.
I don't want your opinion. I don't care about the opinions of these people on the news. Yeah. Because they're pretty much never supported by evidence.
Yeah, like Fox News and CNN, they're not news. They're podcasts.
Yeah, they are. They're just like Fox News is the conservative podcast and CNN is the liberal podcast. It's pretty much, it really frustrates me how these news channels are designed to create an echo chamber for people to just go in there and just convince themselves and reinforce the idea that everyone else is stupid and they're obviously right and they're so great. And like
they always bring on people.
The Republicans are so great, and the Democrats are conspiring to destroy this country, or the Democrats are so enlightened, and the Republicans are conspiring to destroy the world, or something. Mm-hmm. It's like it's so annoying how these like stations just exist to create an echo chamber.
Yeah,
and they only continue to exist because they create the echo chamber and because they keep people constantly mad.
Which, again, that's why the news works. People just get mad, so they watch more to make themselves feel right. Mm-hmm. So that way they can get more mad at the other side and stuff like that. Which is just, that's not healthy for you. Always staying in a constant state of anger is not good for you. Uh-huh. Like, it's awful.
The news never supports alternate perspectives. They're always very biased. They're only designed to be consumed by the people that agree with them. They're never designed to present nuanced arguments, because when you're talking to someone who already disagrees with you, when you're talking about something you already agree about, they're more inclined to just believe you without evidence, as opposed to when you're trying to convince someone of something they don't already believe. So these stations, they just appeal to what people already believe, and then they can basically get these people to believe anything.
Yeah, for example, if they're going to talk about like climate change or like something like that, or global warming and stuff like that, like the Fox News will make sure to find a really right and like a huge fan of Fox News, and really right and watches Fox News. They'll make sure to bring them on. They won't bring on the Democrats.
And sometimes they bring on the opposition. It's more like they find the most
idiot.
They find the most uneducated person in the world to talk about something, and they put that person on there.
I hate it so much when that's the straw man.
Yeah.
Like the straw man where you like make it seem like they're super dumb and stuff like
yeah.
On CNN they'll be like, Trump's dumb. Look at this fan of Trump. They don't know what they're talking about. Or they'll be like, look at this Democrat. They're just evil.
Yeah, they take one person, like say there's a Facebook video of some like crazy person who like goes and holds a Trump poster. And like he's naked, he's like runs naked into a public park holding a Trump poster or something stupid. And on CNN, they're gonna take that and they're gonna like say this is what Trump fans are. Like people who vote for Trump, they're like this. Don't vote for Trump because they're all like this or something like that.
Everybody's like that.
And they just convince you that one person sucks in this group, so they're all exactly like that.
They're all exactly like that. Again, that's like the straw man argument. That's the generalization.
Yeah.
Making it seem like that a person is like that person. Yeah, is widespread. That everybody is like that. When in reality, it's just some idiot who doesn't care and is being paid or something.
Or like there was that one shooting that happened where like the guy said he was like all these weird conspiracy theories he supported, and he like shot up a church or something.
Yeah.
And like the news took like one single thing that he believed that was like a conservative belief or a liberal belief, and then they broadcasted that, and they were like, this means that all conservatives are like crazy school shooters or something, or all liberals are crazy school shooters.
Everyone is this certain thing.
Yeah, and they're just violent like cows. They need to be corralled. They're the livestock, like filthy subhumans.
Filthy subhumans and stuff. And a big issue, people keep on watching. Like there are so many people who just have it on 24/7
all the time. That's
in their house.
It's on in my house 24/7.
Thankfully not mine, but
although whenever my parents leave, I turn that crap off.
Yeah, it's not good for you. Again, there's a big difference between staying up to date and like watching the news. Like so many people, so many people are like, oh yeah, you need to stay up to date. It's not good. If you don't stay up to date, you're going to be damaging this country. You're just sheltering yourself. It's like, yeah, I'm sheltering myself from this crap.
Myself from horrible arguments with zero evidence.
Yeah.
When I could just go on the internet and find evidence that's way better.
Like, sure, they could be like stupid headlines and stuff like that, but even then, like, honestly, sometimes headlines and like word of mouth are how I get like my news more. Like of like, oh yeah, a school shooting happened. You're like, oh shoot, that's really bad or something like that. I never hear it from Fox News or anything like that.
No, if there's a school shooting and you go on Fox News, the number one thing you hear about is how it was a liberal who did it, or it was like a Democrat was in charge of that county or something. Yeah, and it's all their fault.
Yeah, and the police were not able to respond.
Yeah, and because defund the police, that's the Democrats. Don't vote for Joe Biden or something like that.
Don't vote for Joe Biden and stuff. And again, that's how we get it. And even then, like, Twitter and Reddit are sometimes sources of news for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Like, they just spend time on, like, politics subreddit or Twitter.
And those aren't great sources either.
Scrolling through and looking at like Joe Biden's tweets about how he's like, I will make this country great. Boom! Retweeted. I support this man. I support this guy is so good. And it's like, he literally just said he wants to make the country great.
Yeah, like you could just say like one word. Like you could just say like bruh. You just tweet bruh, and he'd probably get like a bunch of people talking about how he's the savior of humanity or something.
Yeah, and then like Trump will tweet out like, oh, like blah 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 blah, and they'll be like, this is blatantly racist. Yeah. I never believed that Trump.
Or like, there's a lot of times where Trump will just tweet some random thing like, oh, just make America great again, and then like all of the like, it's just a complete flame war in the comments. It's like there's a bunch of people who post these memes of like unfunny liberal like memes or
they'll post just like a large article about like, tell me when you said this, and it's blatantly out of context, and then wow, this isn't out of context.
And then there's the other people who post like
Trump stuff,
like how Trump awesome speech. They like put Trump memes or something and like all this stuff in support of Trump, and then all of their comments are just a bunch of angry people. And all of the liberal posts are comments with a bunch of angry conservatives.
Yeah, like on Facebook, it's just, like there would be a video of Trump saying something like, we need to eradicate the virus. And then the comments will just be like, oh yeah, the liberals will never allow us to do that.
And it's like and then there'll be a comment saying, oh, Trump planned the virus. This was all his deed or something like that.
And don't you dare in the comments saying, well, actually, we don't
You could
care.
post the most innocent thing on these websites. You could post, like, a picture of your cat, and there'd probably be someone who say, like, your cat is orange, that's the same color as Trump's hair, you're a evil conservative or something. You're a Republican. Oh
no.
I guarantee you that what I just said is something that has really happened.
I'm sure. And again,
let's go back to the news, though. When this was about the news,
but well, still, like, again, Twitter and Reddit are sometimes just sources of news. But
Yeah.
like, again, the hazard of the news is that you just keep on watching and you're just constantly angry.
Let's talk about the debates on the news.
Okay, so
which was what we were making fun of at the beginning.
Constantly on the news, like, they'll just start talking, and then this just makes them look like idiots because they'll just be like, wait, and then they'll just talk over each other.
Yeah.
It'll just be a loudness fest.
Yeah.
Like, who's going to give up
Dude,
first?
my high school debates are more civilized than these grown adults talking about politics on the news.
Exactly.
And this is being broadcast to millions of people all over the country, and they're getting their information from you guys' blabbering over each other and, like, saying, listen, and then you say something and everyone starts screaming. Oh my goodness, I just heard an opinion that's different from mine.
I gotta evangelize them. I gotta tell them why they're wrong.
I gotta put my opinion. You have to agree with me. You are wrong.
And again, it just makes them look like idiots because it's just a shouting fest.
Yeah.
Like, who will stop first? And neither one of them wants to stop. And so
then
it
it's just
goes on.
the only reason they stop is because of the commercial break.
Yeah, it's because, like, the commercial break or something happens where they break it up and they're like, fine, I'm just not going to listen to you.
Yeah.
Or something stupid like that. So, again, it just paints them as freaking baboons who don't know when
But the
to
thing
stop.
that blows my mind is that people listen to that and they don't think it's stupid.
No, they think it's like, oh yeah, this is
intelligent
this
debate.
is intelligent debate and stuff like that. Like, they're speaking up because they're trying to prove the liberals wrong.
Yes.
It's like, oh yeah, totally. It's not like they're gaining money from this. All tons of money and stuff. That's just the news. So, if you want to have a healthy lifestyle, don't
watch the news.
Just don't. Just
get rid of cable television.
Just get rid of it. Just get your news like we do, and just, like, by word of mouth or like stuff like that. And by word of mouth, we don't mean like, oh, the liberals and stuff like that. We just mean like, oh, hey, did you know there was like a shooting?
I just learn about like X happened. I just ignore. If anyone starts saying their opinion, I usually just ignore it. Yeah. And if I really want to know about something, I'll do my own research.
Exactly.
I don't want to know your opinion because you're probably not going to support it with evidence. Like 99% of people don't give you any proof.
No, they just say
just say it's true.
They just say this because
and it really bothers me. Sometimes I see, like, my mom sends me these chain emails about how evil the liberals are, and they'll just be like,
oh yeah, I heard this.
Yeah, it'll be like they'll say all this stuff but provide no citations. And I'm like, dude, where'd you get that information?
Yeah.
I'm not going to believe it just because you said it. You need to give me citations. Who said it? Why'd they say it? What are their biases?
What's the context?
Yeah. I mean, seriously, that's just such an important thing that no one talks about and no one thinks about.
Mm-hmm. They always just say, oh, Trump is evil because he said this. It's like, oh yeah, there's
Biden
context.
is evil because he did X.
Yeah, like there's so much context that you need to get from there and stuff like that. Which the news
politics is way more nuanced than any news or social media makes it seem like.
We pointed out some other stuff like this about like how like not everybody's evil and stuff like that in our Twitter video. Go check that out.
Go check out our Twitter video.
If you want more rage and ranting and stuff like that. But yeah, just be a healthy gamer and don't watch the news.
All right, well, thank you for watching. If you have any topics or video ideas, please leave them in the comments below.
And don't be afraid to stop watching the news. Trust me, you'll survive.
You'll survive.
Don't worry, you won't be uninformed. You'll know.
Yeah.
You'll
be more informed.
Yeah, just because you found out 5 seconds before somebody else found out doesn't mean that you're like uninformed or like. And if you didn't find out, you're just shutting yourself in. And stuff like that.
Yeah.
Either way,
bye.